If you had the ability to instantly give any person an orgasm, simply by pointing your hand at them like a finger gun and saying pew, how would you wield this power? Assuming all the orgasm haver needs to do is see and hear the finger guns, I'm getting on TV. Oh hey, local TV station, your viewers are about to have an awesome day. It starts small, but quickly spreads to regional and then national affiliates as the footage is linked to a spike in visits from elderly citizens with heart conditions. By the end of the week, my first finger bang is the highest viewed video on Pornhub. CNN runs a story warning of the danger of such power and questions whether I am a friend or foe. I spend some time on the run from the same scientist that sought it for a time back in the 80s. I'm careful with my power now, but now and again I have to finger bang someone into submission just to escape. My exile from the real world is made worse when trolls across the internet use my first newscast as a new kind of rickroll. Ubblock Origin creates a specialized widget that censors my blasting so that offices and schools can return to some kind of normalcy. A public health crisis is declared. Desperate for peace, I finger blast myself. The euphoria lasts for 30 minutes. 69 years have passed since the coming. You lie in your deathbed, frail and weak. You've resisted the temptation for decades, knowing the world could not handle it again. Few alive remember it happening. The coming has fallen to nothing more than a shitty, recurring joke on the newest online and cybergalactic Univernet forum. You decide it's time. Whether the world had become ready in the last 7 decades or not, it was something you've always wanted to know, needed to do. With your last dying breath, you ask Nurse Bot to record a video of you and put it online. Pew pew. We should call it # the Great Coming. The only way 2020 can end. The only way 2020 can end finish. It must come to a close. ID pull a Tobey Maguire on a crowded street. You have to do the full dance routine or else I'm gonna be pissed. Just dancing down the street while all the passers-by collapse onto the ground around him. With total irresponsibility. I would be a nuisance. The military would be after me in hours. But then you just point at the soldier, go pew, and then he has come and may be less hostile. That post-nut clarity is powerful. Then they decide to hire you. Clarification. Do I need to be physically near the person or are we working with Death Note rules, and I can do so just by seeing someone on TV? Because if it's the latter, the next Olympics is going to be hilariously entertaining. Any sporting event really. Here's the wind up in the pitch. Okay, the pitcher seems to have launched it into the visiting dugout, but I think the batter may have swung anyway. We'll wait until the ump gets off the ground for a ruling. You could make a lot of money on sports bets. I bet everyone has a good time. Point to myself. Who's got 2 fingers and gonna get orgasm? This guy. Who's got 2 fingers and gonna get orgasm? This goo-ooh-aha. I'm gonna make it fun to go to the opera again. I would so wear those one-eyed spectacles to immerse myself. Rob a bank and immediately neutralize the guards and tellers. Pew pew pew. Be a vigilante and stop bank robbers with orgasm overload. Munchkin the heck out of the power. Figure out if the finger guns and verbal spell casting are a necessary part of the power or just psychosomatic, see if it works long distance, aiming with binoculars, through windows or walls, find out if it works with gloves mittens on, or with sunglasses goggles on, see if it works while watching someone on television, live and taped. If it works cross time with people who were taped, see if it works at movies, see if it works over the radio. And since vigilantism doesn't pay well, get hired at a sex therapy clinic for people who can't get off. Or join the SWAT team and reduce the use of force incidents. So anyways, I start blasting. Your victims too. My new greeting is the double finger gun and a pew pew pew. Hey Dad. Long time no see. Roll up. The coronavirus pandemic would be the least of the world's concerns. And if I know Reddit, Danny DeVito would be flopping around like a fish out of water. Skeet 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 skeet. Anyway, I started blasting. Anytime a cop pulls me over, of course. Sir, do you know why I pulled you over? No sir, Not at all points. Well, I don't either. You can go now. Quickly runs to his car. The cop will shoot you for making a finger gun. I guess I'll be emptying 2 loads at the same time then. I love Reddit.
I would go to every political rally I could,
as well as speeches and press conferences. As well as Little League baseball matches. Only the parents being assholes in the crowd. Why would you reward bad behavior? Figured they might be nicer if they had won this decade. When I'm in a heated confrontation with someone, he'll just use it and it'll instantly be at an advantage. Either that or he'll be forced to use it if I struggle in the bedroom. That took a depressing turn. Pew pew. Why did that read like an old man giving his last breaths to make his partner orgasm? I would say hands up or have an orgasm. They'd be confused and I'd repeat the line again, and if they didn't put their hands up I'd give them an orgasm. Are you some kind of nutter? Not as much as you're about to be. Pew. I would dress as my favorite hero. Orgasmo and make a makeshift arm cannon similar to Mega Man and call it the Orgasmo Ray. Edit. Thank you for my very first gold. Edit spelling. To the Orgasmobile. The what? My Buick Century. Why did you repeat yourself? Look out, Walmart. Oh no. Oh yes. I'd use it to condition people to be aroused by inanimate objects. Every time my enemy went to the fridge, pew pew. Guy cuts me off in traffic and now every time a car honks it gets turned on. Refrigerator? Orgasm. Cut off in traffic? Coming. Driving past a cemetery. Go for it. Hotel? Trivago. At first I thought you were gonna do the Parks and Rec thing. And Perkins. And falls to the floor, shaking. That's just the effect Rob Lowe has on people. How hard do you reckon it is to become the Pope? No matter what, it would be worth it to walk out onto that balcony and address the masses with a single pew. And they all fell to their knees before me. Unable to overcome my power. Open my business where people pay me for orgasm and then I will monopolize orgasms in the whole world. If someone stands on my way, he will come. Then I will dance something like this U2.B for my clients who will buy orgasm with cashback. Yeah. Isn't that some sort of sex for money? Prostitution? Ike. Some pearl clutcher somewhere would find a way to demonize it and pass a law. No, I don't sell body. Free finger bang with $400 coffee. I'd go to as many sporting events as possible, bet on the underdog and cause the other team to lose at every possible chance of scoring. Horse racing would be a lot more fun to watch. Fun. My dating life would improve drastically. Then again, one date would be a drastic improvement. Just put a video in your Hinge profile of you saying pew. I would probably call my friends to my home, all men, and say to one of them, "Hey, wanna come?" Then I point my finger to he and say pew. Now he is confused and everybody is laughing. I would say you're gay and I can prove it, and I would take my shirt off before doing this. Oh my god, that's genius. The crisp morning air is cut with distant sounds of traffic and the hustle of the city. Aboard the docked USS Arizona, the crowd is settling into their seats below flags, flowers, and the headshot of the leading presidential candidate. The camera tracks a seagull past the ship, through the docks, and to a high-rise building where I slip past security with a briefcase. When the elevator door closes, I shed my street clothes and reveal a skin-tight black catsuit. Opening a hatch atop the elevator, I toss up the briefcase and gracefully pull myself through it. As the elevator continues to climb, I put on sunglasses and a rip-off of the Mission Impossible theme swells. I sneak through elevator shafts and drop into a penthouse apartment in the top floor overlooking the bay. Thousands of yards below, a security detail prepares to bring out the president. As he slowly walks up the ramp to the podium, I take aim with my finger gun. Pretending to turn dials and making clicking noises with my mouth. I imagine crosshairs being lowered right on his heart as the crowd erupts in cheers. As I take a deep breath, The camera flips to a frontal shot of the podium. As the president begins to speak. Pew! And nobody notices anything out of place. Not the least of which is why everyone is standing on board what was once the memorialized wreck of a battleship which has been inexplicably repaired.